everybody. Welcome to my channel. My channel name is Threaded Treasures A. Hayek. The date is January 12th, 2025. And I don't know about everybody else, but I had a pretty good Christmas. It was very busy, a lot of things going on, a lot of plans changed, a little bit chaotic at times, but that's what life is all about. So we had a really good time. I was able to visit with my two of my grandchildren, and we had a really good time. So Leona and Rose was so cute opening their gifts, and it was just so fun. So much fun. And my other two granddaughters, Caitlin and Ellie, we got to watch them open gifts on FaceTime. Actually, I think my daughter, she recorded some of them, but then we called and talked to them, and we got to watch them open some of their gifts. It was really, really cute. So I hope everybody else had a good Christmas and got some stitching done. I didn't get as much stitching done as I would have liked. However, last week I was able to get some done, get back into the swing of things and do some stitching. Let me start out by saying this is floss tube number 16. I'm kind of surprised that I've gotten up to 16 because I am not one to get in front of people and present anything. I get so nervous. It's still nerve-wracking when I think about it coming on here, even though I don't see you. It's still really kind of difficult, but I thought I just wanted to get myself out here and share my love of cross stitching and just anything else that I want to share. But anyways, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and hopefully this will be interesting for you. I'm drinking water. I really need to up my water, so I am going to have water with me a lot this year. Everybody talks about, what's the word? I should have wrote it down. I always forget words. I don't know what my problem is. But everybody talks about resolutions and all their different things that they're going to do for the next year. And I don't have, like resolutions that I'm going to do because it just always seems to just fade away and I don't get it done. But I do know that this year I want to get a lot more stitching done, get some projects done. We buy these projects and thinking we can, do things, but we are not. I don't know about you guys, but with how much I have, I will not be able to cross stitch them all. But I do like having the charts around me, and they just inspire me. It's a lot of fun to go through and look and see what you have and pick and choose from that. And sometimes I look at a pattern and I look at the color scheme, and I think that color scheme would look really good with this chart. So I take all the colors and I kind of look and see what I can do with that. I haven't done one yet, but that's kind of what I want to try this year. So that's one thing I do want to try. So I don't really necessarily have resolutions, but I do have some goals that I want to accomplish this year. One thing that I do want to implement in my life is relax and not, get too wired up about some things and just kind of just calm down and relax. And, it doesn't mean you can't get anything done. I mean, sometimes you need to relax just in the little moments that you have during the day. So I found this magazine that I'm going to share with you later that has some different information in it and stuff and just things to make you think. And I'm going to share that with you a little bit later, but I'm going to do that. So I'm going to tell you about that. Also, I wanted to tell you about a cross stitch store that I went to this last summer when I went to my niece's beautiful wedding. It was a beautiful wedding and it was a gorgeous day and everything, but it was in Grants Pass, Oregon. And the store owner, I was able to visit with her for maybe about 30, 40 minutes. We visited for a while and I looked in her store, and it was so nice and relaxing and fun, and you can find some unique things, you know. Her name for her store is Uniquely Yours Cross Stitch and Needlework. I'm going to put it up here and you can check it out. She has a Facebook page you can check out. And I wanted to tell you that she is also going to be purchasing from Mirabilia, who is going to be re-releasing for a short time. Only a certain amount of copies to each store is what I'm understanding. The Queen of Freedom and Lady of the Flag. And I was able to get a hold of her, and she said yes, she had some that she's going to be getting. So I purchased those. I pre-ordered from her. Each of the patterns are $25 each, and the embellishment package, one of them is $21.50 and the other one is $18.50. So the total, Queen of Freedom is $46.50 and Lady of the Flag is $46.50. Now that's not the floss, it's all the beads and all the embellishments that go on there. You'd have to get your own floss and everything. But she has some. And the other day, my friend Bonnie from the Nerdy Magpie, we were talking about it, and she said everywhere she's gone, she hasn't been able to find it. You know, they've already sold their amount that they can sell, or they're doing different things to sell it, and so she wasn't able to get it. Well, I told her about Lee at Uniquely Yours Cross Stitch and Needlework, and I got in touch with her and asked her if she had more copies that she could sell, and she said, yes, I do. So I directed her to that store, and she was able to purchase it. Now, I have no idea how many more that she has to sell, but if you are interested in this limited edition that they are reprinting for us of Queen of Freedom and Lady of the Flag, get a hold of her. I will put the information up here, and if I can figure it out, I'll put it in the notes down there. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, so I'm working on that. But I will put as much information as I possibly can up here for you to see, so you can pause the floss tube and take a screenshot or take a picture or something if you want, so you can get the information. So maybe check it out if you want them and see if you can get them. So I have that. So I have some cross stitch that I actually got done. I am so excited. I will tell you what all I did the past 4 days. I worked on cross stitch. Then I also organized all my patterns and put them in, those, oh man, I wish I could remember, like magazine files, those plastic hard magazine files. And I am putting them all in a row and alphabetically ordered by designer. And then I have an app called X-Stitch Plus, which you should check out. It is a game changer. It is really nice because you can type in what what pattern you're looking at, and it'll show you if you have it. So, because that's one thing, I do have several patterns that I've picked up from garage sales. I've picked them up from secondhand stores. I've got some from stores. But I have been lucky enough to go to like a secondhand store and find a pack of cross stitch patterns and just grab them all. So, and also I bought one from somebody on Marketplace. So I bought a whole big container full of them. So that was fun. I love finding deals like that. It is, I don't know, it's really fun. And then if there's things that I don't think I will stitch, or I can't think of anybody I could stitch them for, or I wouldn't put them, in my house, because it wouldn't match or something, or it just wouldn't go, then I find somebody else or put them on a freebie table at the retreat when I go to a retreat. So I will be, so I'm finishing that up. I'm almost done with that. I worked on that for a day and a half, and my living room was just like everything was all out. And before that, I had took all of Christmas down, so it was a job. So this weekend I was quite busy. But I want to start out now and show you some of the stuff I have done. I will post a picture up here of my before, so you can see my after. But I am going to show you this one. This one is called the Floral Fairy from Stitchy Princess on Etsy. This, I meant to take this out so I could show you. This is the picture of what I am doing. The only thing I'm changing on it is I've changed her hair color to a blondish color because I'm making this for my granddaughter Rose, and she has lighter color hair. So I am working on this. I will show you. I have this much done so far. So last time I showed you, I think I didn't have any of this done. So this is what I did this weekend with her. And I will put up here a picture of what I had done before, so you can see. I'm really excited to get this done. I don't know why it's taking me so long. I'm really enjoying it, but I want to have that done so I can make it into a pillow, because I've made a pillow for Caitlin, Eliana, Leona, and now Rosalie. Then I have this one that I've showed you a few times that I'm working on. Excuse me, I'll take this out. The glare is pretty bad. Sometimes the light just kind of shines on that shiny paper and it just will not show very well. This is what I'm doing. The Prairie Schooler, December. My friend Bonnie from the Nerdy Magpie was the one who sent me this whole kit. I was so excited. She gave it to me for Christmas. No, for my birthday. Last year? Yeah, well, I think it was last year. Yes, it was last year because I wanted to get it done for Christmas this year. And yeah, that didn't happen. But I was pretty excited for what I did get done this weekend. There you go. Let me put this behind it so you can see a little better. So I think this whole thing here is what I did. I might have had like a line of brown on there. And I'll put a picture up here of what I had done before. So I'm really liking how this is turning out, and it's so fun. It's been a lot of fun to see it as I progress on it. So there's that one. And then the other one, I got a very, very little start. It's the 250th anniversary of our nation. So I have a pattern that somebody borrowed it. I borrowed it from somebody, and I really need to get this done. I've had it for way too long, and I apologize. So if you're watching, I apologize that I've had it for this long. It has just been, I don't know. But anyways, it is a retired piece here that they don't sell anymore. It's very hard to find. And it's by Blackbird Designs, and it's called America the Beautiful. This is what I'm making. And I picked this one because of the rose that's on here and it's, you know, patriotic, and my granddaughter Rose. So that's why I picked this one. I got a very, very, very little start on it, but I'm very, very, very excited to have finally started on it. So here you go. It is just a little bit right here. Once I start stitching, I get pretty excited and I just keep going. So I think I'll get more on this done in a little bit. So there's that. Then let's see here. This magazine that I told you about. And I think it's important to relax. I can get pretty worked up and worried and concerned and all this stuff about so many things, but I have learned in the years to just calm myself down, relax. But there's still those moments where just panic just goes inside me. And so anyways, I wanted to share this magazine with you, and they're not cheap. I went in there and I said, you know, this will be really good to share with my floss tube friends, and I wanted to get 2 of them, and I couldn't because they're $19.99 a piece. So it's basically a book. It's basically a book. See, I mean, it's basically a book, but it's called Bella Grace. This one's called The Cozy Issue. This one that I'm going to be working out of, I got on eBay, and I was able to get it for $14 and no shipping. So it was cheaper than going and getting it at the magazine store. And I have to travel almost 2 hours to go to a town that would even have this. So that's one thing I was thinking. It'd be kind of cool to open up a magazine store around here, because it's a small town that I live in, and I mean, it's big, it's good, it's a touristy town. So, but there's people that live here all year long, and it would be kind of fun to do that. I'd have all the cross stitch magazines. That's what I would do, and craft. I mean, I scrapbooked and quilt and all that stuff. So I would have all the crafts, that's for sure. But anyways, this one, Bella Grace book, is called Book of Lists. And I haven't even read this stuff yet. I haven't. There are a couple of things in here. One of the lists is 10 daily doses of cozy. Sometimes it's hard to just relax. You keep going and going and going, and it's just, I need that. I need to be calm. I need to relax. I need to not stress out about everything, because that's one of the reasons why I cross stitch too. It helps me, it makes me stay still, for one thing, but it keeps my mind going, because I'm cross stitching, and I love to see how it just keeps getting better and better, the picture that you're working on. But anyways, this is the one I'm gonna read. I'm reading it with you. I'm gonna read it with you. So, coziness invites us to experience the beauty and quiet in our environment. And that is sometimes hard to find. Sometimes it's so busy and you're just like, wow, I'm going crazy. So, but anyways, this kind of helps you. But oftentimes our lives are busy and noisy. The following list will wrap your senses in a cozy welcome on the busiest of days. So I thought this was a good idea to read these. The first one is soften your wardrobe. Wear a soft camisole under your work blouse. Add a pair of socks that hug your feet with comfort, or indulge in snuggly under things. So if you're out and about and have to do so much, just kind of make yourself feel comfortable. Wear comfortable clothes. That is one thing that I like to do. You want to look nice, but make sure it's comfortable. That's, I do not like to be uncomfortable, that's for sure. Another thing is add a touch of warm color and texture to your kitchen. Find fresh window coverings, decorative tea towels, or a lovely cutting board that reminds you of your favorite getaway. That's a good idea. The third one is change the lock screen on your phone to a picture of a quiet retreat and pause to enjoy it before opening your phone. Okay. Create a playlist of calming music to listen to while you drive. Choose a sweeping soundtrack from your favorite movie, tracks that remind you of childhood, or the warm melodies of smooth jazz. My niece loves jazz, so she probably has a lot of playlists of jazz. And Maddie loved jazz. And she has a beautiful voice along with her sister, Emma. She has a beautiful voice. I would love to hear them sing. So that would be calming. In fact, my niece Maddie has a song out there. I will have to get the name of it and all that stuff and share it up here with you, and you can buy it on iTunes or something like that if you want to. It's beautiful. It really is. And she has an amazing voice. So anyways, this is one. Don't have time to bake, but love that fresh aroma? Buy a loaf of bread at the bakery, slice it, top with oil and spices, or butter wrap it in foil and warm it in the oven. Ooh. Okay. For the daily commute, turn your vehicle into a haven of comfort with seat covers, a fresh car scent, and a fun throw for the back seat. Number 7, have a little more time. Give your bedroom a facelift. Choose a deep, warm paint color for 3 walls and a lighter complementary color for an accent wall. Toss your favorite throw blanket or pillows on the bed. I watched a TikTok the other day that had, that gave you a way to fold one of your blankets. It was really kind of cool. I wish I had saved it because I was kind of just scrolling and, kind of like what you do, but I didn't save it. And she turned it into this beautiful heart. And I was like, oh, that'd be kind of fun to put that on the side of the bed, So maybe I'll find it again. Number 8, transform a corner of your home into a mini retreat. Place your favorite reading materials or your cross stitch, a Bluetooth speaker, a coaster for drinks, and a decorative lamp on the side of the table. Settle in with your favorite pillow or blanket. Plants, artificial or real, bring a touch of warmth to every room. Pick your favorite from a local nursery or home store, and then add them to your patio, windowsill, or in the corner of your favorite chair. And number 10, cozy up your hair with colorful headbands, a soft scarf, felt hats, and loose hairstyles. Cool breezes and unpredictable weather. You are ready. So anyways, I thought that was kind of neat. And that's the picture they have on the second one. It's a plant. My mother-in-law has plants and flowers, and when they lived in their house, her backyard was absolutely gorgeous. My father-in-law would come home from work and have these big, huge pallets of plants and flowers that she could plant and put in her garden, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I wish I would have taken pictures of it at the time. I didn't think of it, but I wish I do. But that's one thing that I remember about their place, that they had all their beautiful flowers and her working in the garden, and she just enjoyed that. So it is nice. It is nice and calming and relaxing to see that. And so, I don't know, I have maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have 6 plants One of them is actually from her that I even moved with from, you know, I went across I went across state lines with it. So, and I've had it for so many years because I think I got it maybe 16, 17 years ago. So, yeah. And then the other ones that I have, they are all from the library. Our library has a little section on the side where people bring, you know, like little sprouts of plants and stuff. And then they also have seeds and all this stuff that so you can plant your own things. Well, I've gotten some little cups with plants and brought them home. I did this with my granddaughters. We would go and we go, oh, look, there's a plant. Let's each take one. So Leona would take one and Rose would take one, and we'd bring it home and we'd plant it and water it. And so I have been taking care of those. So I really want to thank you so much for staying with me and listening to me ramble on about my cross stitch and things that just kind of pop in my head. I don't plan these things out. I do have little notes just kind of scribbled here of things I want to make sure I remember to tell you and explain to you, but I just kind of go off the top of my head. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm like, you know what? I am doing this. I want to be authentic. I want to be real, and I just want to be able to be comfortable here and share my love of cross stitching and crafts and things like that. So I do other things too. I scrapbook. I haven't scrapbooked in a long time, but I need to. I have a lot that I want to get done. I haven't even looked at scrapbook paper for over a year, so that's kind of a good thing for me because I have plenty. This year, I hope to downsize. I hope to organize, and through all that time, I know how busy I'm gonna be. So this whole little moments that I need to figure out how to relax and stay calm is kind of important to me because I just don't want to be, you know, panicky or have anxiety come up, and which can happen. So anyways, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week and you get a lot done. Thank you so much. Bye.